Now, because this program and this station and of course this frequency is all about conversation with you. Yes, the audience. You're as important as the person in this microphone. Come to hard fact. Your most experience. I'm Mary Okon. Welcome to the show. Thursday already. Friday's around the corner. I love some days. This year is like around the weekend. Welcome to the show as usual. This is the big three. On the big start off the conversation. The biggest story is shared on social media, on the pages of our news site, but of news bulletins all across the country. My name. Did I say my name before? Yes. Welcome to the show, Lagos. Are you ready? Hop on this big three boat. Well, hop on in. Let's go.
Honest breeding gap between people and culture. Without you were sure to get only facts.
To High Facts with Mary on Monday, Nigeria Info.
It's the nation's number one talk news radio station 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcast from the Center of Excellence, broadcasting live from our audio studios right in Lagos. All right, well, let's look at the stories for today. Of course, just in is that the Labour Party has clearly stated that it's not going into any merger. The PDP. Okay, there's been this story that the Labour Party was open to the idea of merging. It's the ruling party. I for once had to sit down and I said that stuff over because I was trying to. The Labour Party's come. They well, clearly we're not doing such thing going into any early marriage with the People's Party. Well, that's one of the biggest stories today. But then the NNPP and the others, are they open to the idea? And how solid formidable, I beg your pardon. How can this particular merger be? Do you remember them just before the elections when people were pushing for a merger of sorts? What happened? The question, will it happen now? Don't forget the motion in these parties, especially if presidential affairs for the election that just passed are men of ego. Who's going to, or rather, take of his to join the formula? That's a big question. All right, let's talk about well, the NLC called off his strike. I'm not laughing at you. No, the guy who supported the strike. No, not you. That he would, be stronger in the attention of the government. And then there are those who said, well, it has lost the attention of government, and they called off the strike because they said a few things. And then, even though the government said that, said the guy who was responsible for capturing of the NLC president was But then there was that story of, we're doing this because Nigerians are suffering. I did speak to the ASU chairman for Unilag chapter. Remember yesterday? He said, Nigerians are suffering and the suffering's a bit much. I thought it's been called off. Has suffering ended? Okay, you help me answer that question. And also Tinubu's warning. He said that on President misinformation on the line outlet. Let's talk the court judgment on the Lagos State governance. You know what the results are. Let's talk Lagos. I'm here to just let you to me. Of course, I'll give you some background as we go. There is 9393993. That's just 700 93993. How's your yesterday? Be good to you? Has it been good? Have you had it? If you've not had a good time this week, I'm sending you hugs and kisses. But let's talk. 0700 993 for lady 0146570. You can join the conversation live. Facebook.com Nigeria Info FM. Same thing for YouTube FM and on X. Use hashtag. And you can join the conversation. We are on Skype. You're also from outside of the country. Call us for Nigeria Info. Skype. Let's go. Let's start talking. Hello, welcome to.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you calling from? Turn off your radio, please.
My name is Godwin.
All right.
For the one of threat being received as unmerited, is it now that this misinformation, which the current party were a good matter of that misinformation then opposition, is it now that now they need as misinformation?
Which million did they give you?
That with the law they did where we were under I don't see it as the right way. So there is freedom of expression and the people's hand. People must say what they are doing. Okay. Any oppressive motive, anybody to suppress the masses when they are going through agony of life.
Okay.
I think it will not work.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 time that you have. I don't want to keep re-emphasizing it, but just always have that when you call in. Get your thoughts together and then go ahead. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, maybe. I think because the strike achieved the aim of.
What's the aim?
The aim is the government to writing the writing as regards to utilization of the NLC chairman.
There was many reasons why they were on strike. Just one out of them.
Yeah, it has also opened up opportunity for them to have a roundtable talk because strike is not to danger governance. Strike is to draw the attention of the government. The areas they are not performing well, so that they can together and then reach an agreement. Don't strike as a burden or only not to have achieved the.
You're 60 over. How
fine. The former VP calling for the 27.
Yeah.
I want to ask who will be the president candidate because the he made a statement that he still better on ground. So if all this come together with PDP, who candidate? Thank you.
An interesting question, and that's why I asked earlier on. We should drop whose ego, because it's on the one side, on the one hand, who hold Kanu in the palm of his hand. I'm saying figuratively. You've got Peter LB with huge following of sorts, bone offline, and new crop of leaders per day. You've got an Atiku who many would regard as someone who's wanted to be president for the longest time and has not stopped in his tracks, is continuing to do the election cycle. And then the other party, Ziti Shore, who's down for Atiku. And Atiku take a back seat and play another statesman, Peter Obi. Will a conqueror be ready to join this with a Peter Obi and have it? Or what exactly is it going to be? Because again, I take your minds back to how APC was formed. Buhari time also had a lifelong of wanting to be president. And hey, we're contenders. They're not as tenacious as he was. And so they do an agreement and let him have the ticket. But then we have a few strong men in this case. Who think about it? Pastor Hello, Pastor Ladikbo, how are you? Are you there? I think Ladikbo, please call me back, Pastor Ladikbo. Hello, welcome to our Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Anybody that is ready to march or anyone that is ready to want to work. Our problem is let us do something about INEC, do something about judiciary, let us do something about simply to change our letter. Or if you have one party, he can represent of judiciary we have now. Secondly, let us have right to go to courts. They have right to go to right. But I want them to labor cannot you fight for yourself. They even this for their workers. Say misinformation. Many people are refused to fight for me. Let's put I forget this work about.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right, let me give you some background before we take some more calls. Our party merger thing, they're saying we're not merging. At no point have we agreed. But then PP is giving conditions that they might consider the idea, but got some conditions. Yeah. Now, some people are calling, Atiku's called a position, and every night will consider it a position. That tends to remove the octopus in power because they're present. Some people are saying is interested in having true democracy. What we have now away from a democracy. So if this proposition, Tiku, is to ensure democracy is installed, why not? But to ask the question, will the egos in take a backseat, or will it still be a problem? A huge contender in this case. All right, let's look at the president's misinformation. Well, the president, President Tinubu, had decried the high level of false narrative and misinformation in the country, saying the trend is threatening the fabric of Nigerian society. Speaking while declaring open the 19th Editors' Conference 2020 to be held at the Okon Hotel in New York with the theme Stimulating Economic Growth, Advancement, the Role of the Media. The president appreciated the editors for their role in the fight for Nigeria's democracy. The president, who was represented by Faith and Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said that the party is working to change the systematic moral decline in the country, the implementation of a sustained mass reaction campaign against the fostering unity, patriotism, action of positive values among Nigerians. He wanted the Nigerian editors to support the campaign for moral rectitude among Nigerians. It's here. I'm finding it's here. Who is informed about the UAE deal? Let's even leave this administration. Let's go back to the Buhari administration. How many times did they have to set the rate, backtrack? And we saw recently again under this administration where everyone is very happy with information without clearing it. So the president is preaching to the choir. Oh, we should keep quiet. Joy's calling us. Joy's call. Hello, Joy.
Hello, thank you for keeping me waiting. God bless you. God bless you. This is Marcus.
Marcus, go ahead.
I work.
What do?
Yeah. Me, I don't talk to labor because you don't like to say they're not there for us. So they come to that. So don't know for that. Then they bad Atiku. I told you yesterday. Those people, we don't figure out money. We don't want them. And I thank labor for rejecting it. Let it go and stay. You know, they're not to buy the base. They're about to buy and stay there. Thank you.
All right, Joy, thank you very much for calling. Hello, Max.
Call to Chris Walker.
Good
afternoon.
Hi, Felix.
If you like, merge political parties together. They call it master leader. How did come from those who got it right? If you remove this INEP we have today, this skyscraper of political party, the master leader has to all that and it will leak. The problem is INEP.
Thank you. I'm going to see you're listening to us via application or you're listening to us via website outside of the country. You want to join the conversation? We're live on Nigeria Info on Skype. Look for us and us. We're live on YouTube. So on the feed, read from you. Let's go to WhatsApp first. Good afternoon, Marian. My name is Christopher Better. Let's achieve their purpose trick, he says, and achieved transferring of CPL states and arrest of those that assisted in beating him. Thanks. Him. Okay. This one says, let's see. Marian, this misinformation is fighting a serious government can fix power in 6 months and fix it in 8 years. Jury say Dubai have little bit of that is misinformation that's capable of nation. Chris from Accra. Okay, Chris. It's a good move by Mr. President warning against misinformation. Safiano Bahan, thank you, Safiano, for your message. All right, we're going to go for a quick break. When we come back after that break, more of your thoughts on Facebook and on which is X. Let's take this quick. We'll have facts.
Are you a designer? Do you love football? If your answer is yes,
To your station for talk.
your number one station for
99.3 Niger Info. Let's talk.
millions trust us on handbags. Whether it's social issues, controversies, and trending, you know we're going to and objective.
Facts with Marian Okon on 3 Niger Info.
Yes, this I'm the one. It's me. Trend would they say, I'm not the blogger, I'm the blog. Yeah. Funny. Anyway, bringing me hot facts 99.3 in 31 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour, and we are looking at the big three stories for today. Look at, of course, the PDP's other political parties in opposition to the APC to a merger that will upstage this party. And the Labour Party come out to claim they're not necessarily in any open to the decision. But the NNPP is saying, well, we might be open, then we've got conditions. Asking if they're able to come to terms with this and say, okay, well, we want the APC. Who's going to be leading? Kwangso, Atiku, Peter, Shure. And what's going to make them formidable? It's going to be a backbencher. And said, the PDP LP and NNPP will equal to PDP, and they won't still win. Need to humbly scrap themselves and walk other to be won. And also, the NC strike, he's indifferent about it. Nation lie is bad, and yet he has the court cases, no case. Okay. So you sent me the message on WhatsApp. Esther Wally here says, called off strike by the NC, the case of the boy who cried wolf. Whose comment on information is quite sarcastic because he himself is the author of propaganda and misinformation. When they told us that they had lifted, banned, and sanctions, I see no merger between and these other parties in any way. Okay. This one says on PDP, Romeo here says on the PDP Labour Party NPP, I'm sure you mean merger. They're all jokers, and I don't trust them anymore. It's a pity. Labour Party is going. Only them can win presidency. Let them be patient. Calling off the strike. You're welcome. They only achieve their self-motives and not what they want. Listen, just looking at the NLC, they haven't found their purpose yet until they find their purpose and when they can get the credibility back. I haven't taken them seriously. Okay, Manuel, thank you. Someone here says, I'm not surprised to see the NLC call tonight because I know it will end as businesses aborting warning on misinformation. We need Mr. President and those behind misinformation. This one says, Maryland warning on misinformation is laughable. Where ABC and Eves are master of misinformation in the propaganda. This is sad. Akim Henoba here on Twitter posted one. Okay, well, we're still taking your thoughts and coming back to the phone lines. I've got about 17 minutes. It's 0700 993 993 stories. PDP LP and NNPP murder. Mr. President warning against misinformation that it is the country. Labour Party calling off its strike. Labour Party saying, please keep us out of it. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Join the conversation. Welcome to Hard Back.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead, please.
Now, I think this is an issue of this mission. Now, there was a time in this we had strong stars of information. Talk about Wekejino, talk about Dorakuyeli, talk about this and then that when they give information, go and verify. You will see it. Until there comes 2015, we will not have minister of information. Start having these agendas. Who come and give us some information not true. Now, because of this, it's seriously affecting us. Are you getting me? And that is what back. So where we are today. And did you notice that all the appointments God has been made? Who is the current minister of information? Who is the current minister of information? Do you know the person? So the man is the cause of side. A consultant. Okay. It's so painful.
Okay, so thank you very much for calling. But I do know the new minister of information. I do know him. You might not know him, but I know him. Or maybe you're asking if I know his person. I don't about do him, but I do know the patrol. That ministry. That's what's the point there. In fact.
Hey, good
afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling?
Calling from Odogolo.
Is it the only is the go ahead?
Yes, you're welcome. There, this country story don't tire me. Every day bringing you new ones. If they want to let them man now, I don't know the same people. So they man wash flavor. They have to be fighting for their own. They should take them now. Problem to eat. So, there's no life for us to use. So that life is important for us. Okay,
all right. Thank you very much for calling. Hey, one back.
Yeah, some lady.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Quick one. Imagine one of them this morning said, politicians are less legal. They must start win. Like Okon said, even if they don't come party to merge, no, these guys they call them political strategists. So not the party is fully in charge now. Nigerians have missed the national party we have. I think we lost it. Then for the propaganda threat, let me skip that one. Then for now, thanking the judiciary and the court. Because the judgment goes his way. I don't think him and his deputy of justice could be hailing the judges who give such because it goes their way. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. All right, taking your thoughts, your comments. I'm yet to hear from anybody about Keith Poser. Who is to let who lead the party if this were to happen? Kwangso has said, I'm to this, but the conditions. Labour Party itself. I mean, the AAC mind with but who's going to step aside? Because you see the goals that have been there, done that, especially for who else. Politicians that have been there for the likes of, Kwangso, the likes of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and then Peter Obi, who's been a governor before, and then now he ran for president. He's been a vice presidential to Atiku. So who's going to step aside and let who lead? Give it a shot. Malik calling us. Hello, Malik.
Maria.
Please turn off your radio. Welcome.
You should also pass out and give it to me. I'm a new candidate. I've not tested this position before. We don't need to argue.
But you're not experienced at the whole game. You might fall down on the first jab.
For the whole time I spent in Nigeria, what do I want to gather again?
Well, but then you're just a Nigerian. You've not tried politician in Nigeria.
You don't have one political party. I have my own political party. It's because it's not to Nigerians. It means collect money and keep quiet. So that you all support me. It's my turn now. I will make noise for him to hear. Marianne.
Mm-hmm.
The president said that propaganda would put for causing chaos or whatever. I'm aware that fuel is now 26.30. It's propaganda. But not everyone said I will sell the fuel. Is that propaganda now? When you bring reality to table tonight and play, make you feel that it's a lie. I don't blame them. I blame the masses like us that allow them to do what they want to do. This is why they know we are so docile. Then for the governor president report, the position fans and the footballers fans are like them. If the offside goal favors me, I'll say years ago that I'll bring a tree that will make it black. So if you want people to you all support it.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Your 60 seconds is over. Now my calling. We lost that call. All right, I'm gonna go back to Facebook because we are live. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info, also live on YouTube. Let me read the messages that are coming for on the Facebook Live. AB says Labour Party should stand alone. No need for merger. Grassroots awareness, mobilization, and membership should focus. I think that's also the focus. Should be the focus of parties. Let me share. Yes, on me here. Good afternoon, Marion. Also, should stop embarking on anyhow. Do they know what they have cost citizens with these unnecessary strikes? Make this bad day. No merger. Okay. Thank you very much for your message. Okay. Let's go quickly back to WhatsApp. I want to make sure that I take everybody's message. This one says someone said, Marion, I feel like you're one of the few that feels the strike was not only for the justification of the NLC, as they said they were fighting for themselves. I just think they feel justified by probably apprehending they will call itself, which they did tire. How do you know? Oh yeah, just so you know what I'm thinking. Well, because you're not telling, so I'll just that's like. From Jeg on the coalition by Atiku. Sense to me because it's still the best, same old one, old bottle. I'm sure you mean same and an old bottle. And all these NNPP presidential are looters. She will raise far better candidates who had done nothing. When they were in power, is far electoral as the edgy work. Alright, this is good afternoon. The majority parties, I think we should wait for them to merge. They will find the solution. Who will be this bearer? Now to merge is the problem safe. This says, please wait and see who will be willing to merge. The most reasonable thing I've heard in a while is that Tiku just said, as for the misinformation, who is the matter of misinformation? All you need to do is listen to the campaign protection. And it will be easy to decide who's the master of misinformation. Akinde sent us that. This says, hi Marian, I'm confused. Rigging. Does it mean rigging election is not enough? What is and are the evidence of rigging? Why not announce the winner of an election when people are saying rigged? Joseph from Balande. I'm wondering which victory story you're talking about here. And this one says, Atiku was among those who gave birth to C, and he boasted he never fails to get PDP. Now that the elections are now clear and he has woken up to smell the coffee. The PDP supporters will be in the next election, else he will continue the lamentation forever. Chido sent us this one. Alright, let's go back to lines. We are also on Skype in case you want to join the comment outside of the country, be part of it. We're Nigeria FM on Skype. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah. Where are you calling from?
Thank you very much. To me, Atiku is the call.
How do you
Atiku Senate with PDP chances in the room. Atiku should have contested that election.
Why? Right, constitutionally.
President Buhari, even the majority of when he wanted to go to South, Atiku in the and defeated that election. Atiku lacked morality to make pass. If Atiku remained in PDP before the PDP will die.
Okay.
Atiku is a central person.
All right.
His ambition is a Atiku has protected South to a PDP candidate. People have won in the election.
Oh, thank you very much for calling. Because you're 6 Agui calling us from Ojo. Go ahead.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Agui. Go ahead.
Yes. It's not about that. Even if you handle political parties together, they don't see that they already hijacked judiciary.
What do you mean by they've hijacked the judiciary? The judiciary is an independent arm of
the
government. What do you mean? What do you know, sir? No, sir. Jury is an independent arm of government. Where's your that the judiciary has been hijacked, please?
Hello?
Where's your proof that the judiciary has jacked?
My proof is that Baba was elected. And most some of the dictators, whether we like it or not, we rule, we win.
I can say that doesn't mean that the Supreme Court or the judiciary.
No, that. You cannot push your opinion.
I cannot.
All the evidence is that brought against him in the court. Can't you have the judiciary on admissible evidence and head to rule level? Okay. That, let me know if you can give me a chance.
No, you've done one second, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much. Michael is calling from you. 60 seconds. Michael, go ahead. Hello, Michael. Can you hear me? All right, Michael. I'll do call us back if you can. Hello, welcome to. Please keep it to 60 seconds and turn off your radio. I can hear you.
Yes, anyone. This last caller. I know you want to prove it, but I want to ask. This politician as I is smarter than them. What happened to the Central Party? What happened to election is for everywhere. There's will not be a tentacle. So they will start from look about even if they made 20 parties. These people have spread their tentacle where. So that is where these lies now are they going to do? Put all these categories in there. So are they going to do with so that all the things, even if they only expect the amount, they don't win the election. All of them are put the people into this area, not their people there. So no matter what they make, how they make. These people still come to because they know how to play the game.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Maxwell is good. Hello, Maxwell.
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you. You've got 60 seconds. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I don't know why you're asking somebody how does he know that the judiciary.
I have the right to ask that question. If you can come here and say they need to know what proof.
Yeah, it's valid speech. Told you all to the Supreme Court. The other answer I want from the man. So the data what is and what Nigerians should know that nobody can oppress you without your consent. I've been oppressed because we have given to those who are oppressing us to oppress us. Some people are criticizing for getting all this right, all that stuff. Labour is working for their people. Nine must stand up for themselves. Africa, you see today, that is booming and all that. Google their friend. Google 30% of them died. They well over 1.something million of them came in to themselves. What are Nigerians doing? Pray you. You see Labour?
Labour is called off strike. Labour is humble. Are you part of Labour?
That's exactly you. Nigerians must rise up and fight for themselves. Say themselves, I'm hungry. We will leave. I'll see how hungry is going to leave.
All right, Maxwell. Thank you very much for calling. Why like this? I don't like it. Hello, welcome to Hardback. Good afternoon. Fine, thank you. What okay.
My name is
Good.
Okay. So, three parties come together. See the better. PDP, Labour Party, Democratic Party. We can see the necessary and the GM is really the path what I see now. What will be the leader of that party? As soon as we surrender for the Salama, we surrender to be or you not qualified.
That's not qualified and the president.
What say?
How do you not qualified?
What I'm saying is that careful, not let's be careful. Equal rights for the leader of the country. So we'll be qualified.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. I've got Janet. I want to read all your messages as they are coming. A lot of people are sending me messages that are to 0700 993 93993. Slow enough. 01465 7190. That's for ladies. Oh, it's 5. Case Holy says, good afternoon. Okay. Even all the parties in the Med. What do you mean? I'm sure you mean for all the parties in the Med. If you win as far as Tinubu is there, the only to lose INEC Chairman Yakubu Mahmood resigning. Chairman will be 6 children to equal power. If President keep INEC Chairman, no headway. And the story remain the same. Okay. And okay, let's quickly read some more messages. Out of time. 42 seconds. Someone says the President measure remove APC from the seat of power. Electoral reform is reading to the barest minimum is the only path to slot the APC. Who's going to push for that? Because we need at least push for amendment of our acts. But these reforms, who's going to make it happen? Because one to come up with these ideas is what for us make it happen. Are we at that? We can make it happen. We'll be talking a bit about Rwanda after this break. When we come back, we're talking about in Rwanda.
91.3 Nigeria Intro. Right back. The different secondary school debate 32 students.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just rich. Subscribe our YouTube channel at 9JFM. Check out on Facebook at 99.3. Follow us